Hey guys, today we're going to do phase 2 of the lower body pull, upper body push routine, okay? So if you haven't done phase 1 yet, I highly recommend you going back to that video, working your way a couple weeks through that video, getting comfortable with that before we progress into this one. It's just a little bit more difficult. The last one kind of lays down a little bit of a foundation for you, okay? So what we're going to start off with today, we're going to do 6 different exercises. So we're going to start off with the pulls, and then we're going to finish off with the pushes, okay? So for the pulls, we're going to go single leg dumbbell RDLs. Then we're going to go single leg dumbbell reverse lunge, and then we're going to go band hip extensions. So the single leg dumbbell RDLs are going to look just like so, okay? So you're focusing on posture, chest up nice and tall. You're going to hike up one hip a little bit, so you're engaging that glute, and we're just going to sit back into it on one leg, okay? So we're sitting back and then driving that foot down through the floor as you come up. So what you really want to avoid is you don't want to be squatting down into it. So as you go down, you shouldn't have a lot of knee flexion as you go down, okay? So you're really focusing on loading up that hip and the hamstring. So you're sitting back, feel that tension through the glutes and hamstrings, and drive that foot down through the floor, stand tall. You can plant in between, you don't have to be balancing the whole time through. So we're gonna go 8 one leg, switch sides, 8 the other leg. Okay, next we're gonna do dumbbell reverse lunge. So right after those ones, starting that same position, loading up that front leg, we're stepping back, keeping as much weight on that front leg as we can. As you're coming up, you're driving that heel down, stand nice and tall. Switching sides, same thing. That's gonna be 10 per leg, okay? Then we're gonna set the weights down. Now, if you've got any kind of band or tubing, something like this would be ideal. But if you don't have a cable pulley system will work really good too, or just regular tubing just hooked around a post, okay? The more tension, the better for this one, okay? Because we're gonna try and finish off those hips. Okay, so for these ones, you're gonna put the band between your legs. Okay, you're gonna walk away a little bit, so there's a little bit of tension on that band. And we're gonna sit back into it. So I'm sitting straight back. Again, I'm feeling that tension through my hamstrings and glutes. My knees haven't really come very far forward. My back stays nice and tight and flat. And I'm driving my hips forward and squeezing my glutes through, okay? So it's a real hip dominant exercise. So we're sitting back, come through. Sit back, come through. Okay, so those are the first 3 of the hip pulls. Next, we're gonna do the pushes for the upper body, okay? So then you go down to one knee. So your legs are a little bit fatigued right now, so this kind of gives the lower body a little bit of a rest. Okay, we're starting in this position, okay? So elbow's gonna be a little bit in front, not straight out, but not way out wide like that. So just a little bit in front, about a 30 to 45 degree angle, and your shoulders back. So your chest stays up, rib is locked in tight, so your core stays tight, so you're not arching that low back. Core stays tight. So if you have to put your hand on your stomach to maintain that, that's fine too. What we're gonna do is we're gonna press straight up, control coming down. Okay, and then we'll switch sides, switch legs, switch arms. Same position, lock it in, up and over, back down. Really reaching at the top. So when you get to that top, your arms should be in line with your ear, okay? So not out in front of you. Okay, so we're gonna do 8 per arm on that one. Next, you're gonna grab those dumbbells, head over to the bench. So now we're gonna go flat dumbbell press, but we're gonna do alternating arms, okay? So we're gonna go right arm, left arm, both arms, okay? We're gonna do 5 of each. So we're gonna lie back. Okay, so I really want you to squeeze your shoulder blades back so you're nice and tight and compact. If you look at my elbows in relation to my shoulders, they're almost in alignment. They're not sitting back down like so. So I'm really trying to lock those shoulders in. And I'm gonna press up with one arm, control coming down, other arm, control coming down, both arms coming back down. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 each of those ones. Okay, so technically it'll be 15 total reps there. And then to finish off, we're gonna do bear crawls, okay? So for these ones, you're gonna start off on your hands and knees. So I want your hands right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips. Okay, then we're gonna lift your knees up just a couple inches off the floor. Core stays tight, so I just have a slight curve in my low back. It's not really rounded off, but I'm not really arching it either. And I'm not rocking it back and forth. So I wanna keep it nice and flat the whole time through. So you're tight there, stomach's pulled in. What we're gonna do, we're gonna lift opposite limbs at the exact same time. So you're gonna come up, you're gonna take a small step. Up, small step. So slow, controlled, and then backwards. So it's nice and slow, nice and controlled, really minimizing any kind of hip rocking, okay? So you want those hips to stay locked in nice and tight. Those ones we're going to start off with 10 forward, 10 backwards. Okay? Then you're going to have a 90-second to 2-minute rest. Go through it all over again. Okay, so you got your weights all ready to go now? So we're going to start off with single leg RDLs, 8 per leg. Picking up those weights, core's tight, leg up, and go. Push that foot down, stand tall. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Switch legs. Hip up, nice and tight, stomach in. 1. Nice control. 2, work on that stability. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Couple big breaths. Now we're going to go into reverse lunge. Loading up that front leg and step back. 10 per side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Set those weights down. Head over to your band. Through your legs. If you have to double the band, that's fine too. Walk away. Core is tight, so low back stays flat. Sit back into it and pull through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really squeeze those glutes to the top. 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the core tight. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Okay, take a few seconds breather. Get your weight for the overhead press. I'd rather you go a little bit lighter with these ones to start off, just to really focus on that range of motion, that stability in the shoulders, okay? All right, up, tight, up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and reach. 8. Good. Switch sides. Up, tight, up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, so I'm going to use the same weight for the flat press. Some of you might be a little bit stronger because it's a stronger movement. So you can go a little bit heavier with the dumbbells if you want for these ones. But start a little bit lighter for your first set. Get a feel for actually how it's going to feel. All right, line back. Squeezing those shoulders back. Core is tight. So not arching. Up right. Up left. Both up. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, so when you're at the bottom, resting with the one arm, so one arm is moving, this right arm has to still stay engaged. You're not just relaxing, okay? So you're keeping that pec engaged a little bit at the bottom. You're always keeping that tension throughout the movement. Okay, last ones, we have the bear crawls. Move away a little bit. Okay, hands underneath the shoulders, knees below your hips, up just a couple inches, slow controlled, keep that back flat. 10 per side, so 10 forward, 10 back. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, not too big of a step. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so first round, just gonna go there and back, so 10 there, 10 back. Then you're gonna progress that, okay? So you go 12, 15, eventually 20 down the road. You really start to feel that fatigue in the shoulders. Okay, so again, start with 3 sets of those. Work your way through it. Once you get all the rep ranges, you can increase the weights a little bit or add that 4th set. Maybe 90-second to 2-minute rest in between. All right, have fun, enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions.